Hey, what's up guys? Austin Zulauf here. I'm going to shoot a real quick informal video, but I'm going to bring a ton of value into your life today. I can promise you that. You'll want to get a pen and paper because I can promise you there will be some things that you would like to write down in this video for sure. Back whenever I was a divisional sales trainer for a Fortune 100 company, one of the largest companies on the planet, over 90 years old now, I ran a 2-week-long sales training class. Everyone they hired in the state of Texas, Louisiana, Oklahoma, or Arkansas were all flown in or drove in for a 2-week-long class where it was just me. 2 weeks of me and them hanging out where I taught them sales techniques, ideas, and principles, but about 70% of that class was personal self-development. And one thing that we've learned in this industry and with my experiences is that personal self-development is the cornerstone for growth in any profession if you want to go beyond just mediocrity. Now, a lot of people read personal self-development books like Think and Grow Rich, The Secret, The Success System That Never Fails, 7 highly effective habits of, all this other good stuff. But the thing is, they have to keep reading books over and over because they're not getting the value from the books. They're writing a couple things down here and there, but they're not really extracting and implementing any of these ideas that could change their life forever. What I'm going to give you today is a step-by-step, a 4-step formula for you to be able to recognize these life-changing principles and techniques and ideas and come up with the meaning behind them, why they're truly significant, what they could really mean to you in your life, as well as come up with a definite written plan to use these and a way to hold yourself accountable. This will definitely benefit any and every single individual person that uses it. So please write some of this down. The ideas that come from the lips of a child could potentially make you your first $1 million. Doesn't have to be from a personal self-development book or an inspirational movie of some sort. Okay? So here's the first. This is called the iSaw formula. I-S-A-W. The iSaw formula. Whenever I was training people, I trained tens of thousands of people for a few different Fortune 500 companies, and we call it something else, but I had to change it and make it more marketable and sound cooler. So this is the iSaw method, the iSaw formula. Okay, so the I stands for interpret. Interpret. The trigger phrase is, that's the idea. So let's say you're reading a book. Okay, we'll say Think and Grow Rich. A lot of people have read Think and Grow Rich. You're reading along in this book, you're reading along, and you recognize something that is life-changing. It's an idea, a quote, a technique, a way someone handled something. So that's what you write down for interpret. So you're going to write that down, and I want you to write it down in detail, because the more detail you can get, the less you'll have to go back and read it and wonder what you were talking about. Okay, I promise you. The next step, the S, is significance. Significance. The trigger phrase is, what could this mean to my life? Okay, what could this mean to my life? So now you're going to dig deep and bring out the value in this idea. Okay, you're going to think, what could this potentially mean to my life and my business, my entire business life? What could this mean? What's the meaning behind it? What makes it something that is truly life-changing? What makes it something that's going to, what's the real significance? The key here is detail, okay? Because the more detail you can get about what this could potentially mean to you, your life, your business, the more value you're going to draw out of this idea, this quote, this technique, whatever it is. Write as much as you can. Just make it really specific on what all this could mean to you. And I think that you'll find when you do that, that almost any of these ideas, these things that you've interpreted and recognized, and any one of them could change your life. Okay, so iSaw. The A stands for absorb. Okay, the trigger phrase is what's the plan? What's the plan? So now you're going to ask yourself, okay, you're gonna write a definite written plan to incorporate this in your everyday life. How do you absorb this technique, idea, or principle into your everyday life? All right. So and with this, the more detail, just like significance, the more detail that you could possibly get into, the better. Okay. So this is your definite written plan on how to absorb this into your everyday life. The W is when. Now you're going to set a date. And that's the trigger phrase, is set a date. This is going to hold you accountable. So you're going to come up with a definite date in which you're going to start using this. It could be that very second. It could be a week from now, a month from now, whatever the case may be. Whatever the date is, though, commit to it. All right, so with this, let me just take you through it again. Step 1 is interpret. With that, it's the idea itself. Step 2 is significance. That's why the idea is significant. What it could mean to you, your business life, your family, whatever it is. What it could mean to you. All right. The A is absorb. That's your plan on how to use that in your everyday life, your definite written plan. And the W is when, setting a target date to start using it. The iSaw formula. So guys, if you use this every time you take 10 or 15 minutes a day and read your personal self-development materials, heck, I've used this in while I was watching movies. There's a movie called Men of Honor with Robert Downey Jr. Is it Robert Downey Jr.? Cuba Gooding Jr. and Robert De Niro. There you go. You know, I got some really good iSaws from that. So, you know, I'd love to hear your comments. If you would on YouTube, just, you know, if you like it, that'd be great. But comment, and I'd love to hear some of your iSaws that you guys came up with. So with that being said, I appreciate you guys listening. I hope this brings a ton of value into your life and helps you to just drive past the hurdles and challenges and gives you motivation. Last thing I'll say real quickly is I have somewhere packed away in my own sales training materials. I have a little ring with a bunch of 3x5 cards that I laminated of different iSaw formulas, okay, of different ones. You can keep these iSaw formulas that you write down and use them as a flash of inspiration. I've actually, whenever I was speaking at different universities or churches, I've used some of these iSaw formulas that I've written down to help me with speeches. So you can have a speech instantly prepared with this. So, you know, I'd be interested to see how you guys use it. Once again, I appreciate you guys. We'll see you later.